Hey everybody, Chris Truder here, leading communications expert in Japan. How are you doing today? It's been rainy. We're in the midst of the rainy season. Yesterday was rainy and humid, and it looks like today is going to be the same thing. So, hope everyone is staying cool. So, anyway, today I want to talk about picking your niche. So, again, if you are teaching English in Japan, uh, this message is for you. So I want to share a little bit about my background and helping you to pick a niche so that you can raise your fees. So this is one of the secrets to raising your fees, and raising your fees, in order to do that, you need to raise your value, increase your value, which is even more important. So I started off in Japan working as an English teacher, Eikaiwa Gakko, for about 10 years. And then after that, I left that and went into the medical device industry. So I was selling pacemakers and defibrillators. So I became an expert in heart disease, specifically arrhythmias. So, uh, electrical disturbances, etc., in the heart. And then more recently, uh, I left that company and started working for a company that made CPAP machines. CPAP is continuous positive airway pressure, and that's a machine that blows air to keep you breathing at night. So it treats sleep apnea. So this company made the machines and the mask. So I became an expert in sleep apnea, and it also, even today, is a passion of mine to help build awareness of sleep apnea and sleep disorders. So anyway, I share that because even though I started off as an English teacher and went into the medical device industry, about 3 years ago, I quit my job, started my own consulting business, and started teaching English to medical device companies. And that allowed me, because I had an expertise uh, in their devices, in their, I could understand their problems, the things they were struggling with. I was able to help them improve their English and their communications with foreign companies that typically the Japanese companies import from. So I was able to increase my value. So as an English teacher in Japan, I want to encourage you to pick a niche. Pick some type of specialty in addition to teaching English, and that will allow you to raise your fees, raise your value, because you'll be the expert in whatever that niche is. So for me, it was medical device. I encourage all of you to look into medical devices. I will be launching very soon a training program to become certified teaching English to medical device companies. So I'll teach you more about heart disease, sleep apnea, and the things that these companies in Japan, Japanese companies, struggle with and need help communicating with the foreign business partners. So think of it like this. As an English teacher, working for a big school like, let's say, Berlitz or Eon, I mean, your salary is probably not so high, making maybe 3,000 yen an hour. So it's like, that'd be like shopping at a, supermarket. Let's say, like, famous supermarket in Tokyo is Maruetsu. So if you go to a supermarket and buy food, you have many choices. So anyone can go there. It's for the masses, right? And it's cheap. it's cheaper than buying food at a restaurant. Okay? Good analogy. But if you go to a restaurant and buy the same food, it's going to be much more expensive. But the restaurant cooks the food for you, right? You don't have to cook the food. So you're paying extra for that service, okay? And you're also paying more for the environment, right? Now, even restaurants, you have cheap restaurants and expensive restaurants. So, I mean, in fact, yesterday I went to Saizeriya, a very cheap Italian chain restaurant in Japan, and very cheap, and food's not bad. But if I were to go to my favorite Italian restaurant in Japan, a restaurant called Elio, putting a little plug in for them, they're located in Kojimachi, much more expensive, but just amazing food. So because Elio, an Italian who started this restaurant, he specializes in very good, ingredients and Italian food. So the same thing. A lot of English schools do have contracts with medical device companies. They charge pretty high fees, but the teachers themselves, are great English teachers, but maybe not experts in those products, in those, that industry, the medical device industry. So again, if you want to raise your fees, get some courage, leave your company, and start your own consulting business, meaning starting your own English teaching school or services, pick a niche, and it can be anything. So whatever you're good at, maybe it's IT. Maybe you like cars. You can become an expert in the automotive industry. So look at all the different industries: automotive, finance, banking, IT, technology. Could be real estate, retail, entertainment, movies. So many different industries. So pick an industry that you love and you're interested in learning more about. You may already be an expert in an industry, but pick an industry, pick a niche, become an expert, and then target those companies to provide English lessons. And that increases your value because you're not only a great English teacher, but you also understand the industry, you understand the struggles that company goes through every day, so you can provide more high quality English lessons for them. So again, pick a niche. For me, it's medical devices and the medical industry, and even more specifically, if I drill down, it's heart disease and sleep apnea. So if you are interested in learning more about heart disease and sleep apnea and the medical device industry in Japan and want to teach English to those companies to be able to raise your fees, increase your value, please continue to follow these Facebook Lives. These are also on YouTube, and I look forward to providing you a training certification program to become an expert of teaching English to medical device companies in Japan. So hope you have a great day today, and try to stay dry out there. So anyway, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday. Thanks. Bye.